Forbidden Jimmy has got a mighty sore tooth from biting too many dimes in a telephone booth. He's got half of his boot tied to the dial. Thank you, operator, for getting Jimmy to smile. Call it the Coast Guard. Scream the police. Forbidden Jimmy, he's got 3 water skis. He put 2 on his wavelength and gave 1 to his girl. She's a mighty fine person. It's a mighty fine world. And those are the mighty fine words of John Prine. When did being progressive become an automatic political correctness? When did being progressive become politically correct? When did liberals turn against free speech? When did the liberals turn away from free speech? When did it happen? And when did industrialists become the champions of the people? What is going on? Slap my knee. Is there a good and bad version of being politically incorrect? Because everyone thinks being politically incorrect is so funny. It's in all the old comedy movies. All the old comedy movies are politically incorrect, if not all comedy movies. One's made for adults. But, one challenges your perception, and one paints a grotesque image in your head. What does it have to do with hate, And why does hate need to be eradicated? I just, these are questions I have. And we'll be touching on all these ideas today on the show. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Buddy Smiles, and this is The True Reality.
Sensational.
Sing your heart out.
Get mad. Mad.
Be happy.
You have the right to remain silent.
Shut up.
Anything you say will be used against you. Against you. Against you. Against you.
That's the true reality. It's 3:45 a.m. on Monday, December 9th, 2024. Today, a high of -4 and a low of -10. It's snowing. And snowing. And snowing! I'm really eating my words on this one. And yes, those words are written in yellow in the snow. The snow I kept crying for. The past 3 episodes, I kept celebrating, and it has come, and come, and come again. And it won't stop coming. That snow, it's all over the place. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? My car is literally covered with a snowdrift. I'm going to be out in the driveway shoveling for 6 hours. You know what I mean? So like always, be careful what you wish for. Because you always get what you wish for. It's just not always what you wanted. And that's the true reality. Stick around. We got a great show for you today.
When your tires are flat, don't despair. Larry's air will get you there. Need a puff, a blow, or a little repair? We've got the air to get you there. From bikes to balls to bouncy chairs, even inflatables for county fairs. Don't be a square, grab some air at Larry's Air. We truly care. Larry's Air, don't just inhale it, fly it.
Well, look, I saw Alien Romulus. You shouldn't have let me. Now all bets are off. Like, really? Come on. You know, I put it on kind of in the background, and it was like doing a crossword puzzle in hell. But let me tell you, if Disney can screen Alien Romulus, all bets are off. You can say just about anything, you know? Come on. You know, you can say anything as long as it's funny to someone. Because obviously someone likes that kind of thing, you know? Personally, it makes me want to call the police. But really, see if those kids are okay. See if they're still around. You know, it starts off as strange. It starts off as Stranger Things, and it turns into friggin' Cannibal Holocaust. And, you know, Disney's crazy, but Netflix isn't much better, to be honest. You know, turn on Netflix. Oh, look, another Anthony Jeselnik stand-up. Oh, look, what a bitch he is. Oh, look, he said something bad. Oh, look, I'm still bad even though I'm good. Oh, look. What a bad fella, you know what I mean? Like, the first second of his stand-up special, I assume, because I seen the preview when I turned on Netflix. I'm not going to repeat what he said. I'm not even going to allude to it. But really, times have changed. You know what I mean? Is just saying something that's terrible, so terrible, you know, because there's a total difference. There's making fun of perceptions, you know, like you might make fun of someone's belief because you see something in it, you know, that's, you know, you see a hole in it. And you think, well, if they could see that hole in the belief, maybe they'd get better. So you point out, you go, look, you know, you say, look, Scientologists, there's probably not aliens buried under the earth that are coming back one day. They're going to free you. All that Scientologist stuff. There's probably no ladder. You know what I mean? When you get to the top of the ladder, you know, you guys, you don't think you're going to be taken away by aliens. That's, you know, that's insensitive because you're challenging what they believe in their hearts is true, I guess, right? But it doesn't really, like, you know, you're not painting a horrible image in their head by questioning what they believe. You know? And that's one version of what some people would consider politically incorrect. Putting down people because they believe in something in their heart. But then there's the other version of politically incorrect. And that's the kind that this fucking loser bitch, Anthony Jeselnik, fucking hack, loves, you know? He's not good. He's not good. He loves painting a terrible image in your mind and claiming that that's edgy, you know? And that's something obviously you don't need laws against, but no one should be supporting someone who puts terrible images in your mind.
It's a true reality.
It's a true reality.
It's a true reality. It's a true reality.
All right, Mr. Buddy, now we are going to administer the shock treatment. Are you ready? Well, I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be. You don't think, maybe we could do this some other time, or, maybe not do it at all? Oh no, sorry, Mr. Buddy. You've proven that you're not going to be making any more progress beyond what you've had, and it's not enough progress to be admitting you back to public or to a prison setting, I'm afraid. So we need to take these measures to ensure the safety of the public and yourself. Really? There's nothing I could say, get you to change your mind? No, I'm afraid not. Now here, you put this piece of wood in your mouth. Like that? Yes, now, remember to bite down on it because this is going to hurt a lot. Are you ready? Oh, yeah, sure. All right, here we go. How is that? How do you feel now? Well, nothing. I don't feel any different at all, honestly. All right. Again. How about now? Oh, actually, I feel actually a little bit. I feel a little better than before. Give me another shot of that. Oh, turn the level up to 10. How about now, Mr. Buddy? Nothing. I feel, better. Each time you do it, I feel a little bit better and more like me. I've had enough. Give that to me. How about now? Well, I think that did it, actually. Yes, I'm definitely mentally retarded now. Disco man, ha ha ha. Disco man, ha ha ha. Disco man, ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Disco man, disco man, ha ha ha. Disco man, ha 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 ha. Disco man, ha ha ha. Disco man, ha ha ha. Disco man, ha ha ha. Disco ha, disco ha, disco ha ha man. Disco man, ha ha ha. Disco man, disco man, disco ha ha, disco man. Disco man, ha ha ha. People are such lovers these days. The era of haters is dead. But it's not because the world's a nicer place now. It's because the world is becoming North Korea. And North Korea is becoming the world. Wild. People are hate-phobic. Slap my knee and call me Bumblebee Benihana Bartholomew III. And face fuck a fairy. And face fuck a fairy in the ear. Let it out. Let it out! We used to have a sexual repression problem. We're over that. We're over that, Slap my face and criticize my race. I'm a Gemini and a Cancer, I'm a cusp. Sue me, kill me, fight me, thrill me. You ever try to be hateful out loud? It actually makes you feel instantly less hateful inside. Funny. Slap my knee and slap my ass. I'm a galloping steed. Let it out, and it will dwindle. Hold it in, and it will find its way out. But it will be a secret to you. Look, you might think you're against hate. And trust me, I get the idea. But look, if you don't hate serial killers, well, I think you might have a personality disorder. Whatever that is. But whatever it is, you have it. If you don't hate serial killers. Let's just cut the crap, you know, and slap your knee. Go ahead. All right, now that your knee is being slapped, let's get serious. And drop the cult catchphrases. Come on. A giant mural on the wall of a street I used to live by read this. This is a hate-free zone. No, it isn't. Literally, people used to get parking tickets there all the time. You don't hate parking tickets? Like, how about rather than let's end hate, how about we combat the forces of evil? Whew! Doesn't that have such a nice ring to it? Combat the forces of evil. Look, I hate murderers. You've gotta hate murderers. Well, you don't hate drowning? You don't hate burning up in flames? Come on. Like, again, I get the concept. Oh, hello, hi. Oh, what are you doing in my bedroom? Oh, nothing. I'm just gonna kill you. What? You're gonna what? Did you just say you're gonna kill me? Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. It's okay though, because lots of people get killed. Oh, please, you're on my bed. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be all right. Okay, I guess you're kind of nice. Oh, you're getting pretty close. You're right up next to my face now. Yeah, and here, can you just sort of roll on your side? Oh, sure. Like that? Yeah, that's perfect. Now, try not to move. I'm just going to take this knife. I'm going to stick it through your rib cage into your heart. Oh! It's okay. Don't worry. Everything's right. I'll feed your cat for you. Oh God! I'm dying. Yes, but look. Twist the knife. Oh! Twist it back. Oh! Twist it back again and pull it out. You there? Oh, come here a minute. I'm a cowboy. Hee 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 hee. I'm a cowboy. Hee 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 hee. I'm a cowboy. Hee 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 hee. I'm a cowboy. I never rode a horse before. I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. Hee 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 hee. I got my cowboy hat on Amazon. I took a trip to Texas one time. I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. Imagine not being a cowboy and being like, I'm a cowboy. Oh my, the audacity to not be, a cowboy, and to go, I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. My God, that's just ridiculous. Just being a guy that just works at a job like I don't know, Staples or as like a cashier somewhere. He's never even been in the country really. He's always ever been in the city, and he's all like, I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. Is there anything worse than people who use really good equipment to capture really bad ideas? Holy moly, slap my knee. Is there anything worse than folks with top of the line equipment and bottom of the barrel concepts? You know, maybe it's me, but the pandering is empiric au naturel. And it's simply the worst. and will continue to be hard for me to get over. You know, $1 million gear and poor penmanship. Many cannot be funny. But from me to you, O ye petty posers, O ye petty posers, O ye petty posers, money cannot buy funny, but money can buy an erudite comedic writer. And this is what you guys should be spending your money on. You know? Writers, you know? Get good writers. Spend the money on writers, not fancy gear. Because really the fancy gear is amplifying how bad you are. I'm sorry to tell you. All your $1 million gear is showing that you got piss poor, you know, ideas. You need a good writer. You got to get someone to help you write. Help you find an acceptable edge. You know, the way you write, it makes you come across as soft, weak. Because you're afraid. There's fear in everything you make. So why did you bury me alive? Well, you know, I've only been doing this job a week, and you know, I didn't know you were alive. But you didn't hear me breathing or anything like that? You just hand you by, just, you know, dig the grave and throw it right in. Look, we don't open the casket and give him a feel. Well, maybe you should, you know, because I was buried alive, and then I needed to escape, and I pretty much ripped all my fingernails off just digging through the dirt. You know, it's pretty tightly packed. Like you pour it in there with a bulldozer, you know what I mean? And you know, I tore off all my fingernails digging out of the ground. So, you know, I think you might, at the very least, I think you owe me an apology for burying me alive. Okay? Let's hear it. I feel like you're trying to entrap me here, because, like, you know, I feel bad that you were buried, but I didn't bury you alive because I didn't know. That's not part of my job, is to check the bodies. Well, maybe you should start checking the bodies, okay? Maybe you, Mr. Gravedigger, should, I don't know, maybe go above and beyond the Call of Duty, because all you're fucking doing is burying fucking dead bodies all day long. Like, what kind of a job is that, you know? Maybe you could just go above and beyond the Call of Duty and, I don't know, give the guy a wiggle. You know, maybe give his foot a wiggle or something. Maybe just put your hand to his mouth, and if you feel, you know, hot fucking breath on your hand, well, don't bury him like you did me. You buried me, okay? You buried me deep down in the ground, and I had to break my way out. I had to punch the wood till my hand was of blood, and I had to dig up again, like I said, tearing away the fingernails from my flesh. And I had to burst through the ground with my hand exploding into the air as lightning happened. And I went, ah! And then, you know what I did? Then I went on a quest. I went on a quest to find you and ask you, why did you bury me alive? Have they found Bigfoot yet? No. well, stop looking, okay? It's time to give it up, you know. You've made your shows, you know. You've made your fake videos and with the guy with the watch. You know, you did all that. You know, you hit the stick on the tree. Talk. That's a Bigfoot breeding call. You said, you know. My first podcast over 6 years ago was about Bigfoot, and I was wondering, is Bigfoot real? And you know, six years ago is not that long, but in this world of technological advance, it's pretty long. You'd think if Bigfoot was there, you know, with all this new microscopic drones and you know, holographic skies and fake suns and all these kind of things and blocking out the suns, all this technological advancement, you'd think someone would have, I don't know, just set a fucking, you know, set like 20,000 drones into the areas where Bigfoot, you know, was found, where people claim to see it all the time. They would have captured him. You know, you'd think by now, with all these technological advances, if Bigfoot was out there, they would have caught him, right? Because we don't need to be like Nat Geo waiting out there with like almost like a sniper rifle but a camera, just waiting like 16 weeks for the appearance, and then you click it and then you catch. No, we could just set out an army of 60 million drones. You know, there should just be 60 million drones just floating above Loch Ness. And we'll know. If that mother's coming, we'll know. You know, if that mother is coming, we'll know. Look, you're not going to find Bigfoot. Either because he doesn't exist, but I don't want to be fucking mean, you know? It might just be because he's magic, and when you try to shoot him with the thing, it doesn't appear, you know? You shoot it, and then you look back on the film, and it's like blurry, right? Maybe that's it. If he is a trans-dimensional shape-shifting being, well, look, he doesn't want to be found. Leave him alone, you know? Leave him alone. I come from a time and place wherein group conversations, you must condense all your meaning into single sentences, pretty much almost like phrases. Because if you said what I just said there, and then you try to elaborate, their minds just turn off. Because who are you? Who are you to hold the floor for more than a sentiment? Who are you? Who are you to keep talking? Who are you, especially if you're young, who are you to lead the conversation? Is it because you're smarter than everyone who's older and more successful sitting at the table, not speaking? I don't know. Are your ideas that great? Because I look back on myself, I don't know, 14 seconds ago, and I think I'm a fucking idiot. So, what is someone who's like successful and owns a business and, you know, has a life, a wife, kids, a car? Think of someone who's like 17. What do they think of them? It's not nothing nice. They're never going to say it, but it's not nothing nice. And, well, it's because they ain't nothing nice, because they haven't built nothing. You know what I mean? They're just an echo of the kindness or unkindness of the people that have raised them, you know. So where I come from, you gotta condense everything into you know, a simple phrase like, I don't give a fuck if I graduate because I'm just gonna work. And someone will go, yeah, me too. I didn't graduate, I just started working. And someone goes, yeah, working's better. And you start making some money. I know people that graduated and went into, and then so cuts them off because they're trying to go too deep in it. We're not here to hear a fucking speech, you know. We don't want to hear what you have to say. That's not why we're here talking. We're not here talking to learn. We're doing it because we think if we don't, we're going to go to hell. You know, no one cares what you say. No one cares about you either. Let's get into this. No one cares about you. This is the last time you'll hear anyone say, It's all up to you. No one cares about you. This is the last time you might ever hear, it's all up to you. No one's coming to save you. This might be the last time you hear, no one cares about you. Because everyone acts like they do. Everyone pretends to care, you know? But a lot of times they're just fishing for information, for gossip. They care as thick as their wallet is, you know? They got millions, they might help you. You know? They got hundreds of thousands, you know, it's possible they might help you. Tens of thousands. They're probably, you know, squeezing those tens of thousands pretty tight in their knuckle. Thousands? Never, you know? Someone with $20, they might give you $10, you know? The only people that care about you are people that no one cares about. But why do you think no one cares about them? Because they spend all their time worrying about other people's problems and not dealing with their own. No one cares about you. And just, please, hold that like a grain of salt inside. But let that grain of salt turn into a diamond. Because that diamond will buy you everything you need in life. Everything you need comes from the simple sentiment, no one cares about you. You are responsible for everything that happens to you. And yes, sometimes a piano falls out of the sky and lands on your head. And I guess you could argue, you know, accidents happen. But why do you think they changed the phrasing from accidents to collisions when they talk about, you know, car crashes? Because there are no accidents. All right, time to make my daily Facebook post. Today, I've got anxiety. Less than yesterday, but more than the day before. Luckily, it's Friday, and my laptop is locked, stocked, and set aside till Monday. Golly gee, I'm just vibrating with anxiety. Clinical anxiety. Hopefully, everyone has a good weekend. I know I'm going to. I'll be drinking wine and relaxing in my pajamas. I'll be drinking cocoa, and I'll be listening to Taylor Swift, and I'll be crying because my anxiety is just, anyways, hopefully, everyone from high school, I'm 36, is still holding in there. Just remember, you matter. You matter more than you know. Oh, heck, everyone. And everything matters. And don't forget to thank a person of color for the privileges you have living in this capitalist hellhole. I love everyone except white bitches. Die Whitey. XOX. Noose for Whitey. You fascist, imperialist. And I'd like to give a shout out to my Aunt Susie. She's a woman bus driver. Women are powerful. Women are good drivers and better than men at everything. Don't forget it, Whitey. And hopefully by Monday, my anxiety levels have dropped. So I've got a pitch for a movie idea. It's called Wild Man. And it's about, you guessed it, a wild man. And like, let's just think of it as Tarzan, but he lives up north. So this is the wild man of Alaska. But he's like, and it's like in brackets, Tarzan. The probably most expensive part of this movie will just be getting the rights to use Tarzan. So, what happens in Wild Man is there's this kid, right? And he gets lost. He gets separated from a group of explorers. And then this group of friggin' polar bears, they adopt him and they raise him up. And they eat up a whale, and then they regurgitate the blubber onto him, and that keeps him warm. And they got to do that repetitively for the next 23 years. But slowly he grows a thicker skin. And then what happens is there's all these rumors that the boy from the expedition got lost and was raised by the bears. But everyone thought, no, this couldn't be really true. So this lady Cynthia, she she gets an expedition of fellas together to go up north and look for this wild man, who was a boy at the time he was lost, but they all assume this, if he was still around, and they've heard rumors, from other explorers, who would see like flashes flying up above head, and, it's Wild Man! They would hear that coming, but there were general people, the people at the assembly, the people at the court, where they decide if an exploration is going to be financed this year or not. Well, at that court, someone showed a picture of Wild Man. They captured a picture of him. He had a fucking watch on. But anyways, there's Wild Man. He was flying above. He was flying above the fucking trees in Alaska. Just whoosh, whoosh, Wild Man! Yells Wild Man every time. That's how they came up with the name, because they would hear Wild Man. So anyways, stay with me. This is going to be a great movie. I'm sure someone will pick it up. So anyways, Wild Man. He's there, and he's sort of like looking out, like the camera's sort of shaking a little bit, and you can see a little bit of bushes, and it's like no, and Wild Man's looking out of the bushes at Cynthia, and she's with her group of explorers, and they're discussing, and they're all laughing. There's no Wild Man. And she goes, oh, but I know there is. Nah, we're just here, you know what I mean? We just wanted to have some fun. That's what all of her fellow explorers here, and then they hear like a shriek in the night, and one of the fellows goes, slap my knee. I think that might have been a bird. And Cynthia goes, no, that was the cry of Wild Man. And Wild Man, and you hear Wild Man again in the distance. Oh, Wild Man! And they all go, oh, I think you might be right. And they all go to sleep, and then when they wake up the next day, they all pretend like they didn't hear anything. She goes, you all heard the Wild Man. They go, we were all drinking. We were all drinking a little bit last night. We were sharing the peace pipe. We didn't hear nothing. You know how it goes in movies, right? They all heard it. They heard it. You saw the scene, but then the next day when they wake up, they come to their better senses and they realize, no. I didn't hear a thing. So anyways, they go out the next day, and see, part of the exploration is looking for like rare penguin fucking eggs or something, because so they're like not even actually concerned with the getting Wild Man. And she's kind of attached herself. This is what they decided in that court. She's attached herself to this other expedition that's already happening, You know what I mean? And that they all kind of be like, we want to take a woman with us, because it's like 1600 or whatever, right? And so she's like, they're like, well, go off and look for wild men if you want. And she's like, well, I might get gobbled up by a polar bear. But they let her go, so she goes off, and she like gets lost a bit, and then remember looking through the bushes, and then bam, out of the bushes, oh, wild man! And there he is, and she goes, oh, wild man! And she jumps into his arms, and he starts fucking her. You know what I mean? He just fucks her, and then all the people run in, and they go, oh God, no, Cynthia! But he goes, wild man! At them, and they go, oh. And she goes, oh, stop, but don't, stop, but don't. So they're all kind of just standing there watching wild man fuck Cynthia. Well, that's pretty much the end of the movie. And then I haven't made Wild Man Part 2, but you can only imagine what happens next. So we got these things, it's this new thing called helicopter parents. Which I think is just so obscure, because child pickpockets still exist in Barcelona. That means there are parents who train their kids to break the law. The crime is thriving, and they didn't learn it from TV or rap music. They didn't learn it from rap music videos, you know what I mean? Some adult, somewhere down the line, thought, I teach this kid how to pick pockets. And I wonder, what does that look like? Does the kid know he's becoming a pickpocket, or does the parent make it like a fun game? That's the docu-series I want to see. Making a pickpocket. Because I seen this video, and it's like this girl. It's like when traveling in Barcelona, and she's taking her friggin' like phone and like taking it from the back pocket and putting it in the front. Or she was like putting her stuff in like a vault, you know what I mean? So she was insinuating that Barcelona is filled with thieves, with a smile on her face and music that's like and it's like, when in Barcelona, make sure you chain your purse to your throat. Make sure you put a padlock on your pussy. Oh, who cares about real estate, or celebrity wannabes? I want to see into the world of raising pickpockets. That's amazing, slap my knee. Can you imagine, you know what I mean? Most people are like, I can't give my kid this drink, it's got preservatives. I can't let Jenny play with Tommy. Her parents is liberals. Her parents is conservatives. Oh, we can't let Jenny's go over to that house. Meanwhile, these people are teaching their kids, to rob fucking banks and steal giant fucking diamonds. What a world. Today in the headlines, 68-year-old man reported missing. I mean, that's rough. Because does anyone even look? Really? Yeah. I would look, but what do the cops even do? Hello, police. Hello, my husband's been missing 48 hours. Can you give us age, description, name? Yes, his name is Henry, and he's about 6'1", Caucasian, and he's a 68. Excuse me, did you just say 68, ma'am? Yes, he's been missing 40. Hello? Hello? Oh. I guess I'll go looking for. It's rough. It's rough because the moral is if you're over 50, don't get lost because there's probably no one coming. They're too busy watching Netflix. The cops have more to worry about with people with weed-induced anxiety. With weed-induced anxiety attacks. If you're 68 and lost, just stay there. And I'm sorry to this fella. I really am sorry, but people aren't even looking for the missing kids, really. Like, no one's really out there looking. Like, if in your neighborhood, like, a kid goes missing, people go out and they start looking, but, like, someone like, oh, in India, this 6-year-old's gone missing, and you read that, and you're like, well, here I am in fucking Timmins, Ontario, and I'm not going to be able to help that fella. You know what I mean? Again, no one really cares. No one's coming looking. Also in the news, in the headlines, we got that 24 Chihuahua pups have been abandoned at a North Bay roadside. How? How can anyone do something like that? What kind of a heartless? Just put yourself in their shoes. Doodle-doo, woo! Oh, hello, puppies! Woo! Come here, doodle-doo. One puppy in a box, doodle-doo, doodle-doo, woo! Two puppy in a box, doodle-doo. Oh, hell! There we go. Now I'm gonna put these in my car. Maybe I should stop for Tim Hortons. Maybe I'll stop for Tim Hortons. Shut up back there. Hello, can I get a medium double and can I get 7 Timbits? Sir, getting 10 Timbits is only $2. I know, I only want 7. Give me them quickly, I got things to do. Here you go. So thanks. Give me those 10 bits. You fucker, give me the fucking 10 bits. Okay, sir, and if you're going to act that way, please don't come back to the drive through. Click. Do fire. Do fire. Do fire. Do fire. Fire. Ah! Goodbye, puppies. Like I can only imagine. That's what people who take 24 Chihuahua pups, put them in a box, and just throw them away. I imagine they're that terrible. This is a more serious question. Do you want to live at the airport? Do you? Oh, seriously. Do you want to live at the airport? Just think about it. What is the airport? It's dirty. One, it's dirty. It's creepy. It's loud. It's weird. It's cold. It's got vending machines. It's not, you don't think, oh yeah, I love airports. Like, You know, the same people who love airports don't hate serial killers, right? If you love airports, you are also most likely a serial killer sympathizer. You know, like really. If you love, if I said, do you want to live in an airport? And you said, yeah, I'd love to live in an airport. You probably think serial killers deserve, you know, a second chance. You're probably the kind of person that thinks serial murderers, guys who plan out killing innocent people, could be, you know, giving it back to society because what? Why so they can like work at fucking Walmart? Who the fuck's a serial killer gonna help? You know? Anyways, I'm getting off track. Do you want to live in an airport? Just ask yourself this. If you're hearing my voice right now, just keep asking yourself this question as you sort of just walk through life, as you go to the shopping mall, as you know, do your life things. Do I want to live at the airport? I don't, you know. I don't want to live at the airport. I don't personally know anyone who wants to live at the fucking airport. Just ask yourself this, you know. Do I want to live in an airport? Do I want to live in a place like this? You know, do I want to live in a place where people go to get somewhere else? Do I want where I live to be a place that people go to get somewhere else? Is that what I want? Do I want to live in an airport? I don't, do you? If you do, well, you're bad. You're real bad, man. You're real bad. You're sad, you know. You're not rad. You're a fad. That's what I have to say. You, my friend, are a fad. You're a fad and you're going out of style. You know? You're a fad and you're going out of style on Manic Mondays. What else do we got here? Oh, what's that? Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! A wallet! Oh, Buddy Smiles wallet. Oh, I'll take the cash and loser. I'm looking down the barrel of a gun. I'm laughing. The man on the other side of the gun is furiously pulling the trigger, click, 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 and crying. It's jammed. I'm laughing. I stand up and start walking away. Where are you going? He asks me, turning his head sideways, kind of like a dog. I've got to hit the road. I've got one more drop-off to do before my turnaround. Oh, okay. But, buddy, yeah? Next time, you better have my money, or I'll blow your head. I'm laughing. As I climb up into my 18-wheeler, start the truck, drive off into the night. I'm looking down the barrel of a gun in 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you for tuning in.